So what's the mood in the markets? Jim Rogers is one of the world's most influential investors. He was the co-founder with George Soros of the Quantum Fund and made a fortune betting against the pound on Black Wednesday. He says the fall in sterling now is not just a blip.
I suspect that the pound is going to go down a lot over the next 3 or 4 years, maybe even sooner. There's serious problems facing the UK, as much as I love the UK. But the UK is a very, very large debtor nation. Your balance of trade is in serious trouble. If Scotland leaves, they're going to take their oil with them. The pound can go down a great deal over the next 3 or 4 years.
How low could it get?
If I told you, Mark, you would hang up.
Go on.
I mean, if Scotland leaves, it will certainly go under $1.
And a lot of people here think Scotland, may not even vote again for a while. If that doesn't happen, what about the general situation after the referendum?
Well, it will just take longer. Sterling is in a serious bear market, a serious period of decline for several years to come. And unfortunately, that means sterling will go down because you've got a lot of debt. You've got a serious balance of trade problem, which shows no signs of being corrected. No, you've got huge debt. I don't see anything to make sterling go up.
Would that be the new normal, that the actual value of the pound, which some people might say is an advantage?
Well, that's a different question. You weren't asking me that. Yes, there are certainly reasons some people will benefit if sterling goes down. If sterling goes to $1 or under, it will certainly help some people. Tourism will boom. Some people will do very, very well in an environment like that.
And would that be the natural value of the pound, do you think, under $1?
Well, given the fact that the debt is so very, very high, the balance of trade is so bad, the City of London is now going to be under serious pressure because Europe is now going to do everything it can to take the city's business. So, yes, a lower price is certainly, or $1 is certainly will be the new normal. But Mark, that's not going to happen this year. That's 3 or 4 years down the road.
And how much is the referendum, the plan to leave the European Union, part of that? Because you're mentioning a lot of other factors as well.
Well, yes. The City of London, for instance, I mentioned the City of London. Well, the City of London will lose business because everybody in Europe wants to take the business away now, and they will. If Scotland leaves, which they might, that will be part of the referendum. That will be bad. They're not going to leave their oil, Mark. They're going to take their oil with them. And what does the UK have left for their balance of trade at that point?
How do you think the Governor of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, and the Prime Minister, Theresa May, have handled this situation so far?
Well, there's not much how they've handled it. They haven't done anything. There's not much they can. It's only 3 months that we're talking about. They have been going forward with Brexit as they have to, as they should. I mean, they haven't done much. The markets are unfolding because the markets see what's coming. I'm not quite sure what Theresa May can do about the fact that, she has to leave the EU, and that's going to cause problems. I'm not sure what she can do about Scotland. That's up to the Scots. Maybe she can try to keep the Scots in hand. So far, they haven't really done much except go with the flow, and there's not much else they could have done. Don't misunderstand. There's not much else they could have done.
There's quite a lot of commentary here, people saying that those who are warning of a bleak economic future are bad losers in the referendum, just trying to scare people out of doing what has to be done. What do you make of that?
No, well, I'm not quite sure what that even means. I'm looking at facts. I don't have an emotion. I didn't vote. I'm not allowed to vote in the UK. I would have voted to stay for what that's worth. It's not worth anything. I'm not quite sure what it means. Anybody who's basing their actions on emotion or their decisions on emotion is going to have a lot of problems. You have to deal with facts as they are, whether we like the facts or not. Markets don't care about emotions. Markets care about facts.
So would you invest in Britain right now?
No, I don't have any investments on the long side or the short side. I'm just watching. I'm not doing anything. I have shorts in the United States, but I don't have any positions in the UK at the moment.
Well, what would your advice be to people who might be investing?
Be very careful, because there's going to be a lot of turmoil, not just in the UK. It's going to be a lot of turmoil in the world. Some of it will be exacerbated by the UK, but be very careful, because the world's going to have a lot of disasters in the next couple of years.
Jim Rogers, the co-founder of the Quantum Fund.